Hello, I'm Toycan and welcome back to our second channel video. Today I've got some more quizzes for you all because jetpunk.com has been great. That's where all of the other quizzes have been so far, but a lot of people have recommended Sporkle, and the reason I've decided to feature it in this video is because they have a unique type of quiz which isn't available on Jetpunk, and that is the minefield kind of one. So this is where it gives you a map, doesn't give you the outlines of the subdivisions. So for instance, US states, it gives us a map of America, doesn't show us the states, and we're expected to click on the right areas. We've got a time limit. It's going to be a fun thing, and I wanted to do it because it's an example of a quiz which isn't going to be solely based on knowledge. It's knowledge without the usual tools. So we have to click on Washington without knowing where it is. I got really close there. I didn't realize Washington was so small, but you can see how this is going to be a mildly fun one. So yeah, then we've got to click Illinois, which is, for some reason my screen is super bright here, but we're going to click Illinois, which is going to be around about here. I know Chicago is over this lake, so we're going to click there, and you can see how this is a whole different thing. It's not just seeing the map and being able to identify it, it's a whole new set of skills, which is what I prefer, because otherwise it's people who are like, oh, I remembered all of this, and I could do that in this number of minutes, and it's like, well, part of the fun is trying, you know, like, in my opinion. But anyway, Rhode Island is tiny. This is going to fail us because we don't know where over there is. It's the smallest state, or the most densely populated state, but it's roughly there. Oh, that's dangerously tiny. California, so easy, was literally just there. In fact, that's why I'm wearing this t-shirt. I tried to get like themed t-shirts every now and then when I go somewhere, and people didn't like the Trump t-shirt, so just a San Francisco one today. Indiana would be next to Illinois, I want to say. There could be a... let's just click it. Oh, it was there. I know Indiana and Ohio, they really messed me up with how they, like, how their shapes are, but I guess we got it just fine. Kansas is, south, I want to say Missouri's here, and Missouri borders Kansas, so there. Oh, yes, we did it. Missouri, see, now we've nailed that. And you can see as you do more states, the quiz gets easier, but also in general, there's a lot of blank areas that make it really tricky. Delaware is an impossible state because it takes up it's the tiniest amount. I want to say there on the little peninsula. Yeah, there we go. Nebraska is 4 down or 3 down. So that's North Dakota, that's South Dakota. That would be Nebraska, or maybe that's Nebraska. It's one of those states I've never been to, and I haven't found a reason to go yet, and it's so hard to get to. Okay, we did it. Alaska, there we go, nice and easy. Oklahoma, so you got to think of Texas as being like a weird up, etc. shape, and then just above it, with a weird panhandle above. Yeah, I think here is roughly where we want to click. Oh, yeah, it's got the panhandle, which it got from... fun story about the panhandle, but Maryland is... the one we fail on, actually. No, so between... I know this one. There's an Amtrak train between New York and D.C. It goes through first Pennsylvania, and then it goes... so I guess New Jersey, then Pennsylvania, then Maryland. So this would be Maryland here. Oh, yes, nailed it. North Dakota. So that's Minnesota. I love Minnesota. A little bit to the west. So there. Yep, we nailed that. Oregon, nice, easy. It's on the coast. Like, the states are so big on the west, they're much easier than on the east. Nevada was just there. It's kind of there-ish. Yeah, it's pretty huge, actually. Colorado is just east of... No, it's not just east. There's Utah and there's Colorado. I'm not sure if there's a gap. Oh, this is the one we lose on. I love Colorado. I've been, but I couldn't tell you if it's there or there. But go! I thought it was there, but I guess clicking in between gave me a good save. Massachusetts, it's tiny. And there's... I know Boston's there, maybe in the Bay. I mean, it makes sense that they settled in the Bay, but I mean, maybe... Oh, yes, it does make sense. Wyoming, it's above Colorado. I know, at one point I was looking into doing a flight from Colorado to Wyoming, and it's like, oh, it's these tiny 8-person planes, because who's flying into Wyoming? South Carolina. Oh, man. See, again, East Coast, I know where it is. I know there's, like, Georgia, maybe a state, then South... No, it's Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. But how big is Georgia and how big is South Carolina? I couldn't tell you. I know North Carolina's line is straight there-ish. So, here... Oh, yes, did it. Arkansas... I like to call it AR Kansas, but I want to say... Arkansas is there, right? Oh, it is there. Minnesota, there. Wisconsin. This is the one. North Carolina. Okay, I think we've got all the tricky ones now out of the way, right? So Hawaii, just going to click on one of those things there. Iowa is this little gap here. No, New Hampshire. So my editor's from New Hampshire, at least my main channel editor. Not the guy editing this video, because I'm trying out some editors from that previous video. But I always... Vermont and New Hampshire, they're like a box between them, but I don't know which side of the box New Hampshire is. I guess it'd be the... Ah! Oh, no. No, 52%. Average is 24. So it's a bit further to the right than I actually assumed. It's just north of New Hampshire. Let's try again. Let's see if we can get it this time. Can I find all the US states without outlines and without making mistakes? Louisiana, it's an L shape. That's my favorite way to remember it. It's a super weirdly shaped one. New Hampshire. Can I click it now, having just learned where it is? Yeah, I can. Rhode Island. This is like an insta-fail so much of the time, right? Because how are you meant to click that? Vermont, like I said, it's like a box that they've divided between the two of them. Vermont was actually its own country for a while. Kansas, so I only know states by their border, because I met a girl from Illinois in Missouri once, and Kansas is west of Missouri. So Illinois is there-ish, Kansas is there, Missouri is there-ish, Kansas is, it's further south. So, oh god, okay, we clicked off the quiz. But this is absurdly hard, as you can tell. It's not easy. So Virginia is there, it's got a weird shape, and then West Virginia, oh, first fail right there. You can see how some of the states are much harder to get when you don't have previous ones. So Illinois, bottom right of the thing. Michigan, all of this in the Upper Peninsula. Connecticut, or Connecticut. Everyone says Connecticut, right? Am I wrong? It's north of New York. It's such a tiny state, we've got to just click and hope. Oklahoma, again, you got to imagine Texas. Then you got to click a little bit north of it. There we go. Virginia, I want to say Virginia is the bottom part of this little peninsula. And then also all of that. Again, the fact that there's 3 countries on this was a big part in a geography video I made once. Idaho is tiny up here. It's big down here. So we guess that it's like here. Oh, nailed it. Utah's just south of Idaho. Hey, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. Georgia, just north of Florida, excluding that whole panhandle thing. Washington's easy. Oregon's easy. Kansas, no, it's here again. So Kansas is above Oklahoma, but how above? There? Yeah, there we go. Nebraska's above Kansas. I think we determined last time, right? Yeah, New Jersey. It's this. New Jersey's one of the weirder shaped states, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't fit the theme of East Coast. Ohio is how you say something cute in Japanese. Ohio is there. It's also a state. It's one of the swing states, actually. Florida. I guess we're going in swing state order, except Massachusetts. So we learned last time, Massachusetts goes all the way to this point here. So that's the safest place to click it. West Virginia. Get this right. West Virginia is found west of regular Virginia. Oh, actually, it's more north than whatever. Arizona. That's a Civil War split. Fun thing about that. Arizona is south of Idaho, east of California. So we imagined California goes there. Oh, that might be there-ish. Yeah, we're good. Iowa. It's this weird little farm shape. It's where all the primaries start for presidential things. Alaska, Arkansas, or Arkansas. I think it's to the right of Oklahoma, right? I'm always torn on this one. Because Mississippi, there's like a bunch of South states I do get mixed up, but I want to say it's there. Wisconsin, which has, I learned this, Green Bay is the big city, and Milwaukee, and also there's Madison, they're the 3 big cities I learned from my failures last time. Delaware, it's the tiny one up there. North Dakota, the best Dakota. Actually, South Dakota has the faces, and that's the only thing I know about either Dakota, really. Indiana is there. Kentucky, it's got to be this, right? The lower. See, without the outlines, that'd be near impossible. Vermont, okay, we're back at the challenge. It was a bit, yeah, it was top heavy, so we want to click like up there. California, oh no, how are we going to get California? It's such a hard, it's easy. Hawaii, Maryland, it's the top part of this we learned, right? Yep. Three parts. It's weirdly split between them, but it is. Alabama, I mean, there's a sweet home there, I have learned. Is it there or is it there? It's got to be here, right? Yeah, it's going to be here. Pennsylvania, there? Minnesota, Texas. See, everyone knows their own state this way, but knowing all of them is such a challenge, Neville. I think we might have done it this time. If we can get no hard ones. Montana. So, that's Montana there, right? Is that all Montana? It might be the really wide state. I hope it's the really, yeah, it's the really wide one. Tennessee. Yeah, with the almost Mississippi. So that's not Mississippi. I don't know what state that is off the top of my head, but that must be Mississippi. New York, it's a huge state, but really tiny up down there. South Carolina, next to Georgia, I think we learned. North Carolina, next to South Carolina. Wyoming, north of Colorado. New Mexico has to be south of Colorado. Colorado, north and south of both those two states I just said. Missouri, that's Missouri, right? Yeah. Wait. No, that's South Dakota. There we go. South Dakota, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. This was the perfect layout to have Rhode Island last. I'm going to really be careful on this little click here. I want to make sure I nail this. There we go. We did it. 100%. I think that was the second try too, right? Maybe if we exclude the first time fail. But yeah, not too bad actually, all in all. That was the 50 states of America placed on a map without a thing. A lot of people are asking for links for all these quizzes. Again, it's always going to be Sporcle or Jetpunk. If you ever want to find these quizzes, or any apps, because I don't just recommend doing the ones from these videos, it's sporcle.com or it's Jetpunk. And you can also go to startuploans.co.uk to borrow up to $25,000 at a fixed interest rate of 6%. Actually, there's really strict conduct in how you can advertise loans. And even though this is a joke, don't actually go to their website, because you don't need a startup loan at 6% interest, which isn't even that amazing a rate. And you know, whatever. Accidental advertisement. But no, basically, today's video was just here to tell you that you can find the US states without mistakes. But most people can't, apparently. Let's actually find out. Have we got some fun stats? Most people get Alaska, right? It's depressing that only 30% of people get Alaska. What are the other 70% doing? Maybe that means, like, 70% of people just didn't get Alaska, like, come up. And then the least guess correct one is Missouri. Again, I guess on your first guess that's hard. But where's Rhode Island then? Like, 19% of people get Rhode Island, but only 18 get Missouri. So you can see the inner states are much harder because everyone understands the coasts generally, but it gets much hazier on the inside. And yeah, I'd like to see you try this. Also, I'd like to try this maybe with like world countries or like European countries. Actually, European countries is too easy. I don't know. Maybe you should try those quizzes though. And again, sporcle.com. You can check it out. It's very easy. A lot of people act like it's the worst thing to do in the world. Like, oh, how are we meant to find the quiz? It's not like the name is there. The website is. Like, what am I meant to do? Like, so yeah, I'll try to leave links in the future. You can see them. But if there's no link, you know it's really easy. Oh, there's a clickable. Oh, so it's a style of quiz. Ah, that's interesting. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this second channel video. I've rambled a lot. Check it out on Reddit so you can go complain at me. And I'll actually care about your opinions, and I'll see you all in another one. Second channel, don't care. Oh, and this is done by different editors. Tell me what you think about the edits. If you hate him, then I'll fire him. He can hear this. It's a joke to you. To the subscribers, it's not a joke. Second channel, don't care. Bye.